Well, let's do our most disappointing team really fast, and then
Indiana. No, I'm just kidding.
get to this. I'll go first because I think this one was going to spark a lot of discussion because you guys all were hyping this team up, and I guess I get it to some extent, and maybe I'm just a pessimist about my own team, but my most disappointing team is Ohio State. I think Ohio State is going to miss the Big Ten tournament this year. I think they're going to finish in the bottom 3 of the Big Ten. I don't like their schedule and where they're going to have to go. I hated what I saw in that game against Cincinnati that they played. It was an exhibition game. I know exhibition games are, not really always the best indicator, but just terrible defense. And I know Jake Diebler, he won against Purdue. He won at Michigan State last year, but that was also with a team that Chris Holtmann put together. So, and I don't know if Jake Diebler put the best team together this year. I don't know if Micah Parrish is good enough to be a starting 3-man in the Big Ten. I think Aaron Bradshaw is still very raw, and Jake Diebler could put that together, but I don't know his track record with big men. I think Bruce Thornton's going to be really good, but I think Michi Johnson kind of throws up shots at times, especially when the offense kind of gets in trouble. So I get why people are picking Ohio State with a lot of the potential of Sean Stewart, Aaron Bradshaw, Michi Johnson, stuff like that. But I also look at this team and I don't really know how they play together, and I don't like the defensive potential. I like the scoring potential, but I don't really like the defensive potential. So that's my pick for most disappointing team. I could see Ohio State not making the Big Ten tournament, or if they do make it, they are one of the very first teams to play, which would not be a surprise to me. Do you guys have any thoughts? Because you all picked them either to be top 4 seed or a surprising team.
No, I think you should be canceled by Ohio State fans. I mean,
well, probably.
Dude, I think, as likely as they are to be a surprise success, like, it's Diebler. It's his first real season. This could fall off the rails immediately. And then, then there goes your point. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but Russ, do you have any thoughts?
I'm just sorry that Holtmann so deeply hurt you and made you view your program this way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, JR. We love you. We're here to support you, and it's going to be better. Okay.
If you need a shoulder to cry on while we're hoisting the trophy, I will call you.
I appreciate that, Dylan.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Burke, who is your most disappointing team?
I think Rutgers. I think that depending on the 2 freshmen, a lot of people have them ranked. Depending on the 2 freshmen, they're going to win some games because they're NBA talents and they're going to sink shots like at an ungodly rate one night. Other than that, just the way that it just seems like the program sold out Clifford Omarui and any identity they had to anyone outside of that program. I feel like, of course, it was for something big and exciting, which is the 2 biggest recruits that this campus has ever seen. That being said, it is freshmen in the Big Ten. They don't always fare well, especially when you are like, I'm only depending on this freshman in the Big Ten. So they are my most disappointing.
Interesting. Russ?
I think it's UCLA. I won't double up on Rutgers. I already said they were going to be the worst team. So I think UCLA, I don't get the top 3 preseason poll ranking. They were, a 500 team in the Pac-12, I think below 500 2 years ago. Mick Cronin is, he's an okay coach. He's a decent coach, but he was 3-4 against the West Coast teams that are joining the Big Ten this year. And so I just don't get, because he's reloaded and he's already, I'm going to take him as word that they don't have the NIL to go get good players. And that's why they were so bad last year. So clearly they probably didn't get the best players this year. I don't understand why they're just getting crowned. I get that Kent's got a love affair with him, but that's an area that Kent and I are not going to agree until, the teams hit the hardwood here in a few weeks. So, or a few days. So, but I don't get UCLA.
I will say Mick Cronin did have 2 very good years before last year, single-digit losses, but maybe he had more NIL.
Every time I'm on, I say it, but he was doing that playing Big Ten ball in the Pac-12.
Well, that's true. But he's bringing Big Ten ball to the Big Ten now, Burke. Come on.
Yeah, and he ain't used to people who know how to play Big Ten ball.
If only there was still booty ball over at Penn State, that would be.
Hey, pause.
Dylan, your most disappointing team.
I'm gonna go UCLA. And I hate that I agree with Russ on something, but As a guy who lives in Dayton, Ohio, I'm surrounded by UC fans, and those people hate, and I mean hate, Mick Cronin. So shout out to my UC homies. Mick Cronin's going to fail, and UCLA is going to be down in the dumps.
They have Wes Miller now, though.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be too
What's
upset.
you
I wish
mean the
Ohio State would have
sweatiest
hired.
man alive?
I wish Ohio State would have hired Wes
You
Miller.
ever
What
see
was
that-
it, Wes or Archie? That
Wes.
it was Wes.
Archie's somewhere. I don't even know where Archie is since he got fired from Indiana. No, but if you ever Wes Miller sweats through a dress shirt like you've never seen before. It's almost impressive. It looks like he got a Gatorade bath before the game. And that's coming from a sweaty fat guy too. Like it's impressive. Like
It's
Well, I don't
impressive
think
when
Wes
you look
is
at the
fat.
shirt.
I think he's just sweaty.
It's impressive when you look at the shirt and you're like, oh, I can't tell where he sweats, and it's because
Where does it start and where does it end? Like
it's awesome.
And he wears a white shirt. He still wears a white shirt. And it's like, buddy, you got to learn. It's not a wet T-shirt contest. What are we doing?
Just wear the athletic wear. Get to
I
wear the
miss.
athletic
They need
wear
to
like
bring back
everybody else.
wearing suits. I kind of miss when they wore suits.
I'm okay without it. Chris Holtman wore a suit, so I never want to see a suit. Ohio
well.
State's baseline again. All right. If here we go. John saying Archie Miller's head coach at Rhode Island.
The wagon of Rhode Island.
There we go.